She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot. Hit that bell, cause the tea don't stop.
Hey guys, good morning. I hope everybody is having a great day. I am up here and wanted to get into this situation with the 17-year-old teen, Carmelo Anthony. I'm not feeling the greatest, but guys, I had to get up and do this video for one. One thing I cannot stand is racism. And another thing I don't like is racist people. Now, if y'all see me windmilling in the comments, just know that I'm windmilling because I'm sick of it. I am sick of these white folks thinking that they can come for us whenever the shoe is on the other foot. So I had to get up, not feeling well, and talk about it because this is a 17-year-old child and his family is being threatened. The father is showing up at events that he is not invited to, and I'm sick of y'all. Okay, so we're going to talk about it.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes. Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Okay, guys, so this was really, it's a sad situation on both ends. On both ends, it is very, very sad. Now, we have saw so many situations play out when the shoe is on the other foot. Now, I feel very sorry, that this has happened to each family. But what I don't understand, and I'm not going to try to understand it, is whenever it happens to us, they want to bury us and, do all of these extra things that just doesn't have to be done. In 2025, we still have people in this country that try to look at us as if we're less than. And it's really disgusting. So if you guys do not know about this particular story, I would encourage you to find out what is going on, just so that you can educate yourself, because we are living in a very strange world. Okay, so let's kind of jump into it. I had heard bits and pieces of it, but now it's everywhere. So I am like really paying attention. So Carmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old. He's still a kid. He's not 18 years old. When kids become 18, we tell them they're adults, but this is still a kid. But anyways, I'm going to just sum it up. Something happened between him and another student in which there was some kind of situation, a fight, what have you. And Carmelo Anthony allegedly stabbed this kid, and the kid passed away. Now, here's the deal. There had to be something else that led to that. This kid is almost a 4.0 student. He has both of his parents, lives in a very nice neighborhood, very nice house. And I wanted to point out those things because they try to always say we have broken families. We don't, so I wanted to throw that out. So to pick apart this family is really exhausting. And I'm sick and tired of watching it, frankly, because we really don't know what actually happened. So what is being stated is they are still doing investigation. But what ended up happening is Obviously, he was arrested. He was locked up. I kind of jumped ahead and scrolled down because I want you guys to see some of the negativity that is being spewed upon or by the supremacists, the mean devils, the evil ass people online. Okay, whatever they call themselves. But at any rate, he was in jail. Okay, he was in jail for a couple of weeks. He was now released. So he is released on bond. Okay. And I want to jump into that and we're going to just take it from there. He was locked up and now he's been released. So let's kind of jump into it.
What you're seeing right now is the 17-year-old accused of murder walking out of the Collin County Jail this afternoon after posting bond. Thanks for joining us here at 5 on a Monday. I'm Nicole Baker.
And I'm Doug Dunbar. So let's dive into it. Carmelo Anthony had been in jail since the 2nd of April, accused still today of killing another teenager. That's Austin Metcalf. And that accused killing happened at a track meet at a high school. Today, a judge reduced Anthony's bond from $1 million all the way down to $250,000. JD Miles was there for it. He's live for us right now outside the Collin County Jail. Anthony just left. We saw the video. What else do we need to know?
That's right, Doug and Nicole. Just 6 hours or about that much time after a judge lowered his bond, Carmelo Anthony was released. The judge who made the decision warned the accused murderer that if he violates any terms of his probation or tries to leave his home, he will be brought back right here to the Collin County Jail.
Carmelo, do you have anything that you'd like to say to the victims?
Carmelo Anthony emerged from the Collin County Jail 13 days after his arrest for the murder of Austin Metcalf. The high school student had nothing to say as he headed to his parents' home, where he will be confined to an ankle monitor. It's the result of a hearing this morning over whether to lower his bond. The families of both Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf arrived at the Collin County Courthouse this morning with extra security in and around the courtroom. A new defense attorney representing the Frisco teen accused of murder had his client's father testify about his son's character, telling the judge he was a captain of his football and track teams, and that he held 2 jobs while in school. He's an A student, said Andrew Anthony. Does he have plans to go to college? Yes, sir.
And prior to this, what was on his mind was what college he was going to go to. This is a tragedy all the way around for both families.
Anthony, who told Frisco police he stabbed 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a track meet in self-defense after an altercation, sat in a jail jumpsuit and shackles, while prosecutors challenged how the father could not afford the 10% needed for $1 million bond, with an online donation fund that's up to $400,000 and growing. With access to over $400,000, why haven't you bonded him out yet? Asked the prosecutor. We don't have access to that money, replied the father.
It's hard for everybody to be level-headed at a time like this. So that's where we come in. It's our job to be level-headed, to be fact-based, and to follow the truth wherever it leads.
And prosecutors revealed today that Carmelo Anthony was involved in an assault-type altercation at his school on February 4th that was handled internally by the school district. Other than that, he has an unblemished record, which is probably one of the reasons why the judge agreed to lower his bond.
Now, guys, I just want to touch on that just for a moment so that you can understand what has occurred here. So what has occurred here is this kid was bonded out of jail because he, is in jail for what has happened with this other child. Okay. So after being bonded out of jail, he's headed home to his parents. Now, what you heard in this particular video is you heard about him actually, what am I trying to say? About the money that has been collected. Well, the money has not been released. There had been a fund set up for the family. The family had not got any of that money, and that was confirmed by whoever that is hosting this account, they have not received a dime. It's similar, I guess, to a GoFundMe where you actually send money to, people. But in this particular situation, how can I explain it? The money was donated, but they have not yet actually got the money. So I don't know how those type of funds work. But what I want to leave you guys with before this next video clip is the money was in fact donated. But what you're learning is people are spreading online false narratives to make it seem like this family is scheming and scamming, when in fact they have not even used this money, and they have stated, I believe, that the money is going to be used for their son's legal defense. So I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys so that you can understand where this next video is going to be headed to, because what you're going to see next is you're going to see a press conference, because what ended up happened is the family held a press conference for the son. He is now released, and you guys saw that video, so let's get into it.
Hello, everyone. We are about to approach and get started in a few minutes. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. So real quick, as we get started, so we can put some house rules together. If we can swing over here and swing across the wall, we have security that are here in the building. We have a blended of Dallas Police Department and security for the Next Generation Action Network. Let me make this very clear, because I say this unapologetically. The Next Generation Action Network has never played with the safety and security of anything. We don't play those type of games, all right? We like to, whenever we're doing a protest or anything, everybody in the media know we don't play when it comes to safety and security. So we're gonna ask one time for it, and ask you to slide over just one time. We're not gonna ask anybody something twice, okay? I will make sure that the safety of this family is ensured. It won't happen on my watch. I just want you to know so that you can quote it. If we have to ask more than once, just know that's coming at the direction of me. You can quote me on it, all right? Okay, I'm gonna spread this across y'all before I get started. Just make sure you let me know if any one of your cameras are. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, testing. We all good? We all good? Okay. All right. I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note that I can tell America. What we seen at the beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press conference, these are my words, don't quote anybody, is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf, because we respect the dignity of life and loss. And as a minister, I would not attack a grieving family, even if I disagree with them. When I have stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement, I have asked for that same manner of respect. And even when the shoe is on the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family, but he did it. And so I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting nonstop about this case. It is outright disrespectful. We haven't been doing it. The Next Generation Action Network has been here, popular and unpopular. So regardless of what's going on, that was disrespectful. Disrespectful. And I will leave it to y'all to define it. But of course we want to. Y'all, I'm Minister Dominique Alexander. I serve as the president of the Next Generation Action Network. Today, I come before you with a heavy heart, but determined in spirit, not just as an advocate, but as a Black man, as a father, as a protector, in community, and children. There are 4 critical points I must address today, and I want to make sure that the public and the media and everyone who believes in truth and justice. First, the misinformation about the fund. From the very beginning, there was an intentional disinformation surrounding the fund created in the support of the Anthony family. The Carmelo Anthony Fund, hosted by 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐽, let's be clear, the family has not received one dime. Any of the media could have verified this. But we saw on Twitter, we saw on Facebook, and so many different things of the false, lavish life of this family. $800,000 home, purchase Escalade, and private security. Let me make this very clear. The Next Generation Action Network has always had its security detail. Many of you that know us in the Dallas and Fort Worth media know that we have our own security detail. One of the individuals that escorted Carmelo Anthony out of jail is here present with us now. They are a part of the Next Generation Action Network security team. The family hasn't hired any private contractors or whatever, or splurged or whatever. But if they have the audacity to spend money for their safety and security, that's their prerogative. The family has not withdrawn, and just until recently, just yesterday, they were officially notified by 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐿 that they could start the withdrawal process. But if anybody know about this process, they know that that takes about 2 to 3 days to withdraw from that and actually hit any account. But this blatant propaganda wasn't just about the fund. It was to discourage the public from giving to the fund. That's what this was about. Because just like TMZ was able to call 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿, everybody in the media, in these news outlets that I've never heard before, could have did the same thing. When I first called 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿, they gave me every information that I needed. Okay? So that's what I'm going to say on regards to that. Let me make this very clear. This family never authorized a single fund on the GoFundMe platform. All of the funds that were raised on the GoFundMe were all fraud. All of the funds that was raised on that platform were fraud, okay? The family was the first to report these funds. One of the funds we identified raised up to 11,000. So a post about anything that stated that GoFundMe took everything down regarding Carmelo Anthony, that was at the request of the families and their supporters. This family never tried to create an account on GoFundMe. The Next Generation Action Network is very well aware of the company's policy regarding raising funds for legal defense, okay? Since this tragedy unfolded, the Anthony family has been subject to unimaginable amount of hate, racism, threats to their safety. People have sat outside their house, sent objects delivered to their door, publicly harassed, online and in person. This is not just about Carmelo. It's about the family who dared to stand and demand justice in a return and receive ugliness that racism in this country still breeds. But let me say this loud and clear. We are not scared. We are not moving. We will not be silent. What I've always said as the president of the Next Generation Action Network, we will never ask the oppressor for permission to liberate our people. We will not ask for permission to stand up for the rights of our children. The Next Generation Action Network has stood on both sides of the fence in ensuring that justice is served. Now, getting to the information that the Next Generation Action Network wanted to share with the public today. And I will go ahead and pass it over to the mother and once I make this statement, okay? All right, there's two more final. For the last week and a half, the Next Generation Action Network has engaged in communications with Frisco ISD to ensure that Carmelo Anthony's due process is not violated. We know that in the state of Texas, there are things that are discretionary things and decisions by the leadership of Frisco ISD, right? There are clear guidance in the state and education code regarding expulsion of a student. We have asked several times, we didn't just rush, we have had these conversations over the last several days. And we have stated that it is just outright wrong to get involved in this. Carmelo Anthony doesn't have to walk. He doesn't have to involve in any senior activities. But Carmelo Anthony is a 3.7 GPA student. And if he doesn't even go to class for the remainder of the year, he would graduate, okay? We've asked that Frisco do not make a decision in this situation. But Frisco ISD has notified of their intent to expel Carmelo Anthony from school 1 month before his high school graduation. That just shows me that Frisco ISD is trying to push off the blame. And what I have not heard the media say, as many media outlets have asked us what went on, I'm trying to find how many of y'all have asked the superintendent or one single board of trustee, why didn't you cancel or postpone? With weather in that magnitude, you couldn't have a track meet in rain or thunderstorm or clouds. Y'all are the media. Ask your journalists, your weather journalists, how the weather was that day and that time. Y'all do that research. Because as a person who is the administrator of your children, you are responsible for the safety of the children. And so it seems as if Frisco ISD is trying to push this off by making this decision that they do not have to make. So the Next Generation Action Network, outside of the legal process, will be going through different avenues regarding to ensure that we fight for the rights of Carmelo Anthony, okay? So in the next coming days, we will be announcing to the public. We will do direct action outside of Frisco ISD administration office because this is outright wrong. You are getting involved in a process that even the legal process has asked us to respect. And we're asking you to do that same thing. You do not have to get involved in this situation. But it seems that even with us going and meeting or having conversations, they have made their mind up. And we want to make sure that the records, that we talk truth to power in regards. I wanted to lay this out to ensure, because of the sensitivity of this case, there are so many moving factors that I have to explain so that this family does not have to explain. Let me say this about the fourth, and let me repeat this so that you guys can go to the Frisco Police Department. The reason why the family or me or anybody with direct knowledge of this cannot talk about the particulars of what happened in that tent. I know you know this is all law. Is because if anybody tell you there was an adult near or inside or whatever, this current investigation knows nothing about that. Everybody involved at this point of our knowledge are minors. In the state of Texas, you know we cannot release or talk about minors. So stop asking us the question. Stop. It's no. We can't even do it if we wanted to. Okay? We can't talk about it. So don't ask. There is a court of law that will express everything, will lay out everything. We can't talk about it if we wanted to. Okay? So make it clear. Go back, confirm with Frisco Police Department. Go back, confirm with the district attorney. Even in the bond hearing, you didn't see a single thing said about people that was indirect. They're minors. Okay? So stop. The social media, stop. I haven't saw not one person single-handedly get this right in the public. They're minors, y'all. Just stop. We can't. Don't send another inquiry to NGAN, inbox, do this, all of that. That's the reason why we felt like it was important to do this press conference today. We can't talk about it. So if you ask me, I'm just going to look at you, okay? So I'm telling the world, everybody know the state law. I'm not creating it. We can't talk about it. This family can't talk about it. I can't talk about it. Nobody, unless you want to be sued. You release one of those 16-year-olds or 15-year-olds and 17-year-olds name, the law of this land tells you what was going to happen to you, okay? So don't ask that question. Finally, in regards to this judge, I do not know Judge Angela Tucker. I've never met her, never known her, never been nowhere near her court. Don't know anything about her until we were notified that she was going to hear the writ. But the ugly attacks on her just shows Black America that no matter what you pick in the ballot box, and that is your constitutional right, it's people out here reminding us of the Black struggle in America. This woman is a registered Republican, has been for years. She put herself through school, she raised her family, she did everything. I'm a registered Democrat, proud. I'm the chair of the Dallas County Democrat Resolutions Committee. I don't know that woman. And to call her leftist is just downright disrespectful. The bond that was given is according to law and consistency with practice. If Aaron Dean can get a $300,000 bond when he killed a Tatiana Jefferson, Carmelo Anthony can get a $250,000. If Amber Geiger can get a $200,000 bond when she kills Botham Judge in his own home, he can get a $250,000. If Roy Oliver can get a $250,000 bond after he kills Jordan Edwards, all white officers, why couldn't Carmelo Anthony be entitled, a child with no background, no criminal background, no endangerment to the community, none whatsoever, be placed on a ELM and brought home? Please help me understand. Make this make sense. It's consistency. It's consistent with practice. After this, y'all, so that we'll know, this will be our final press conference until this trial. We will not speak to the media again after this, okay? Don't ask for comment, question, or whatever it is. The actions that the Next Generation Action Network take on Frisco ISD will be separate from the legal process because we want to make sure that Carmelo Anthony's due process, this is going to be a jury case. And then let me make this very clear. This is a case that has not even been indicted. So, under the guise of Texas law, it's not even really proceeding to a trial yet because it has not even went through a grand jury to be indicted. We don't know if a grand jury will indict or not. We don't know. That's in the district attorney's hands, okay? And their legal team is preparing a packet for those things, and we will not be talking about the legal process regarding this case, okay? So after today, I just want the media to know, and I want the public to know, I don't care what you say about me. I've been in this thing for 11 years. I am tried, tested, and proven. I'm gonna just say, I'm from Oak Cliff. Worser things have been said about me, baby. You don't gotta inbox me, you ain't gotta tell me. I am the first person to tell my testimony. I don't have to prove anything to nobody. I am a proven testimony standing here that God, even when you make mistakes, God is not finished with your story. I'm gonna bring this mother, Kayla Hayes, and it has taken her a lot of strength, y'all, to come and do this today. And I want you guys to respect her as she read this and giving her the respect that she deserves, y'all.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Carmelo Anthony. 3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas, searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband works hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Carmelo and the Metcalf boys, my 3 younger children, my husband, and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed, and lied about. The lies and false accusations that have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats. My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what might happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐿 fundraiser. And the co-founder has stated that clearly. In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to. He's been raised in a 2-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, we will not speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day. There's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in the legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We ask for your continued support, patience, and prayers as we navigate this difficult process. Thank you.
Y'all, I'm gonna show something up of a post. You come for me, I come for you. Sarah Fields, never heard of this woman. This is the kind of despicable things that led to the father being here. Political operatives motivating this family with hate. Carmelo Anthony posted on something that shows, posted here. These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. Posting the family's picture. These are the type of lies. She's getting millions of views on this. Sarah, she's even came after me. She's even said all of those things. And now that the public knows exactly what is going on, I ask, because these racist bigots try to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had, Daniel Penna, and all of the people who have claimed whatever their defense was. He should be afforded the same right. Nobody in the public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Kyle Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back. We got that. And he raised more than $2 million publicly, and nobody says anything. So since they tried to come for us, I call for the community's overwhelming support for this fund. The disinformation that was put out was literally deliberate to prevent you from helping this family. And I want you to give overwhelming support to show them the community united can never be divided. And I'm gonna say this again, and this is for everybody. Black people in America, while the current occupant sits at 1600 Pennsylvania, Black people in America don't have to pull the race card. It's what we live as a reality every day. It's what we have to teach our children. We don't want to, but we have to. We don't like to, but if we want to sleep at night, we got to. I ain't pulling no race card. I live it. I'm reminded all the time that I'm a Black man in America. And what y'all just showed to Judge Tucker is just reminded that hate and bigotry and racial reconciliation in this country. We have respected the process. I believe that Austin Metcalf is about to have his funeral. And I wouldn't dare, even with the information I know, and plenty people can share that and all that, but we have prevented from speaking about that in these type of public forums. It will come out. They have a more than well-capable attorney, and this family will go through a process of being able to get prepared for this trial. So I just say this real quick. This is our final time speaking to public and holding a press conference regarding this particular case. Now, the Next Generation Action Network will talk about Frisco ISD, but we will not do this. I will not ask this mother to do this again. The attorney will not. We won't do this again. Don't ask. We will see you at trial. Whatever venue that is, we will see you there. I stand 10 toes down supporting this family. And I want to thank all of the community leaders and people that I have seen that have came here today. Bishops and pastors and clergy, community leaders with respectability in this community. I see them today. And I want to thank them for their presence because this family needs strength right now. Thank you and God bless you.
Okay, guys. So, one of the things that, what he said was so true. This world will never let you forget who you are, because at the end of the day, we live in a world where a bunch of people think that they are better than Black people. They think they are superior to Black people, and what applies to them do not apply to us. Now, what I want you guys to see here is this is it's called a Give, Send, Go. So he never had a GoFundMe. That was actually a lie, and those were fake accounts. So this is the only account that they have. And as y'all can see on my screen, I'm going to give $200. I'm going to link this in the video. Y'all make sure you go ahead and support this family. I don't even need to repeat what was said. My goal here is just strictly to bring awareness to it and to talk about it, because as he stated, we have saw similar situations, if not worse situations. Kyle Rittenhouse traveled to a state he didn't even live in. This boy didn't even live in, was it Wisconsin, I believe? Traveled there. His mother, who I believe was allegedly an alcoholic, we don't know where his daddy was, or did he even know where his daddy was? I'm just saying. Okay. She purchased him Pow Pows, and he unalived he unalived 2 people and injured another. This boy walked free. Now, I don't understand how it's self-defense when you travel to a place that you didn't live in and carried a Pow Pow, and you're not even supposed to have one. Do y'all understand how the laws is so different, so very different? So I stand with this family. Now, what I want to get into is social media, because social media is, that's the reason why I'm here. But social media has a lot to say about this case and what is going on. And we're going to get into it. So let's get into what the social media streets are saying. All right. So I'm got it on my screen here.
Allegedly informed them, hey, don't touch me. Keep your hands off of me.
Wait, let me redo it.
Carmelo allegedly informed them, hey, don't touch me. Keep your hands off of me. You were warned. Is that not stand your ground? Oh, but that only applies to white people. That only applies to white people in Texas or in Florida or in Georgia, but not us. Seeing a black man with a gun makes white people uncomfortable because now I have the same thing that you have. And in the words of Dr. Francis Cress Wilson, I'm paraphrasing here, the gun represents their penis and their dominance because they know hand-to-hand combat, they do not stand a chance. And if you really take it a step further, white supremacy within itself didn't become globally dominant until they had the guns, until they had the cannons, the navies, and all these other things. But ancient times, and even until throughout the Moors, like anytime it was more so me and you, hand-to-hand combat or just traditional combat, it didn't always work out in their favor. So I say all of this to say that the idea of protecting yourself as a black person creates white insecurity. Carmelo.
And I have to agree. I totally have to agree. I couldn't have said that better. But let's get into, some more stuff that social media is saying, y'all. So give me a moment. Let me bring up this other video here.
A lot of research. I found the video before the incident. In this video, not only will you see Austin Metcalf downplaying Carmelo Anthony's chance at success, you will also see the coaches downplaying Carmelo Anthony's cry for help. Those coaches made it very clear that Carmelo Anthony's opinion did not matter.
Wait a minute, guys. Give me a second, because for some reason my video that I'm trying to... All right, let's go to the next one, because for some reason it is not... Just give me a second. All right, give me a second, y'all, because the video that I'm trying to share is for some reason not coming through here. So just give me a moment. For some reason it ain't coming through. Where did it go? Okay, where is it? 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 Where is it?
After a lot of research, I found the video before the incident.
Okay, we're going to skip that one because this is not the video that I was looking for, and somehow it kind of disappeared. But give me a moment. It disappeared, the video that I was actually looking for. All right, so let's get into this.
One mistake from that dude, and he's a good kid. We just found a little altercation. That's really it, but he has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone around you knows he's a great kid. He just one mistake from that dude, and just took my brother. He didn't deserve it.
Now, a lot of people don't want to hear this, but Hunter implicates himself in this altercation, you guys. What did he say? He said, we. He specifically said, we got into a little altercation. What does that mean, you guys? He then also tells his father all the intricate details of the event. What does that mean to me? As an officer, as an investigator, that means to me that you had a level of involvement. When you said we were involved in an altercation, my question now to you, Hunter, as an investigator, is what role did you play? What did you say? What did you do in that moment? Where were you when your brother stood up and he pushed? Listen, you guys, this gets tricky. Why do I say that? Because what you don't understand about self-defense, it's not about what you think. It's about what the person who's using self-defense thinks. Their perception is their reality. And if you create a scenario that makes me believe that it's 2 against 1, you've changed the dynamics of this situation, you guys. That matters. What else matters when we talk about self-defense? Well, let's talk about it. Let's go into the topic of self-defense.
He's a good kid.
So what people are saying is there is something else that occurred here and we're just not hearing it, which we pretty much can guess that. And what they're also saying is this brother is not really being forthcoming. Not sure why, he's doing interviews, because I would assume that he's going to be a witness. But this has sparked so much controversy online. We got different races of people coming against different races of people. But what I can say, and I can be honest about us Black people, minorities, we don't go on the attack to attack other people when this continually happens to us. But the moment that this Black young man defends himself, we can't say what he thought was a threat. And, I can't look at it from my eyes and say, well, this is what I would have done, because what I may perceive as a threat, you may not perceive it as a threat. So it's not going to be the same in the eyes of everybody, because we all have a different background and the way we see things are very different.
After it got minutes after it got the $100,000, they jacked it up for more money because it's all just a con.
George
it's
Zimmerman
all just
raised
$1
million that was donated to him after killing Trayvon Martin. Kyle Rittenhouse, after he killed 2 people in cold blood, he raised over $1 million. Wait a minute.
Let's
the
talk
officer
about that.
who killed Michael Brown, he raised almost $2 million. So don't tell me that when Black folks decide to put money and support behind a young brother who didn't start a fight, who didn't threaten nobody, who was sitting where he could have right to be sitting, was threatened more than one time, was physically attacked, he defends himself, and then all of a sudden he's in jail for murder. But guess what, brother? We gonna stand behind ours like you white folks stand behind yours.
Okay, let me
that
be
young
clear.
brother was attacked.
I know you're yelling because you really get worked
up
when you're lying.
But
let me say,
let me say
very clear.
But then it's justified.
Us killing
but when we defend ourselves, now, it's murder.
Let's
hell with that.
Firstly, George Zimmerman, absolutely a murderer. The officer that shot Michael Brown, there's evidence that Michael Brown attacked him. The question is, there's also some evidence that he was running away that was refuted. That's a very weird situation. It exemplifies wall.
But this young man attacked Carmelo Anthony.
Hold on, Mr. Liar in Chief.
No, you're the liar.
No, I'm not going to lie.
Because you white folk hate when Black folks
you
defend
brought up
themselves.
George Zimmerman. He was prosecuted. It failed.
And white folks found him not guilty. All white
He was absolutely a murderer, in my opinion. I disagreed with that outcome, just like I disagree with the officer that murdered Tamir Rice, not facing charges. You act like
not guilty.
You act like well, he was never charged.
A grand jury said not guilty. Let him go.
Here's the thing. You act like all white people have this one opinion. What we're only seeing in America right now is the only thing we see is the brazenness of some people. Obviously, it's not everyone that racialize every incident, and they look at it through the prism of race, right? And for you, if you flip-flop the races here, you would be screaming about the entire different thing, and I'd be agreeing with you that was wrong. But you make all of your decisions based on race. Then you lie and scream and talk.
Assessment
no, it's
here.
not an assessment.
Because there's a white victim in this case.
I'm sorry,
Texas law, he didn't start a fight. He didn't threaten anybody.
Well, actually,
Carmelo Anthony did not threaten anybody.
Very clear.
I've talked to witnesses. I've talked to the family. I've talked to the grandfather.
Which family?
Carmelo Anthony's family.
Exactly.
And I've talked to his family.
You're getting paid.
And gotten details.
Paid,
not a penny.
Yeah,
not a penny. But guess what?
Deal.
I'll say this to you.
Don't say it.
Not only am I not getting paid, I'm sending some of my money to his defense fund. Because that young brother deserves an adequate and thorough defense, and I'm donating to it, and I pray others do also.
So if he has...
Okay, guys, I'm not sure what just happened with the video. Oh, my goodness. And it got really, really good. Oh, my God.
Such a valid defense. Why are there so many lies swirling around in the slurry of social media that first it was that there was past encounters between these brothers and Mr. Anthony, his girlfriend, that they robbed Mr. Anthony, that they attacked him and beat him up, and he was looking at his life was threatened. When none of it occurred, there's very detailed witness accounts that are available.
But there's all kinds of lies going on.
Send me
there are all kinds of lies going on.
Actually, there's not, right?
Now, what about this one?
So I read it.
Now, this young man was
finished. You can yell. I can yell too. No, you interrupted me.
You opening your mouth to me like that. Don't fight me. You white folks are reaping what you sow. You're reaping what you sow. You're reaping what you sow.
So what did Austin Metcalf deserve to get murdered in your book? moment, minutes after it got the 100 grand, they jacked it up for more money because it's all just a con.
So guys, this is pretty much an example what you are seeing online. Again, why does the rules change when it's us? So the rules don't apply to Black people when they want to stand their ground and stick up for themselves, because we don't know what they would have did to this young boy. I don't believe that he did it if he did not fear for his life. Now, those are just my thoughts. I don't give a damn what anybody else thinks. I'm just judging on what I see from his family, his mother, his father. This boy almost has a 4.0 student. And I don't know, y'all, I'm old school. I mean, I may look young, but I'm old, okay? Looking at the eyes of these two, one tells a very spooky story. So we gonna, start to find out some real information here on what's going on. And I'm gonna continue to follow this story. Again, my condolences to the family. But I'm going to, stand up for what I believe. And, I really don't really care who it bothers, because whenever it's something to do with Black people, they want us to tuck and roll and not. No, I support this family, and my condolences to that family. So this is the GoFundMe right here, y'all. Once I end this video, I'm going to go ahead and donate my money. I'm also going to link I shouldn't say GoFundMe. I am so sorry. That's wrong. It is not a GoFundMe. Do not give to a GoFundMe, because that is not their account. What they have is a 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐽. That is the name of their account. And let me show it again, because I don't know why I keep saying GoFundMe. It is not a GoFundMe. If y'all can look here, it says, does it give you the website? Let's see. Well, it's 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐽. So you just have to look that up. And like I said, I'll link it in my video. But y'all got to let me know what you all think with regards to this. Have you heard anything? Have you followed this story? What are your thoughts? Obviously, we wasn't there. We don't know what happened. And here's the deal, y'all. They still investigating it. So if they're still investigating, that should tell you something. Okay, y'all. So we gonna go out with this.
She don't miss nothing, got the scoop on lock. Spilling all the tea while it's still too hot. Lakeysha Keysha, queen of the plot, hit that bell.